and continue from there. So right now, I'm just outlining that mask part and writing out the pen sizes beside it, because if I don't write it out, I will forget. And we all know how hard it is to actually refine the pen sizes you were using. And I don't want to waste any time. Not that I had nothing to do, but while doing this drawing, I wanted to test out like trying out different line weights in my art. And to be honest, I love the way the outline turned out, because you can really differentiate the different sections of the piece. Like you can tell the difference from the horns, the face, the teeth, and other stuff like that. But yeah, so far it looks nice. In the prompt, they wanted a tongue hanging out the Oni's mouth. And that's what I'm drawing right now. And to be honest, the tongue turned out nice, even though I made the line a little crooked. So right now, I'm just drawing the hands, the fingers, the wrinkled up bits, and the nails. But the reason I also incorporated the hand was because, again, in the prompt, they wanted the hand to be poking at the Oni's eye. And I find it kind of cool. And after I drew the hand, I had to resize it a little bit because it was a little off. And after I finished the hand, I started to work on like the smoke in the background. And this drawing is also the first time that I've ever drawn like smoke. And of course, I ended up erasing all my like pen size notes and just threw out the rest of the gas. So after I finished the gas, like drawing the gas part, I started coloring the mask red. And to be honest, I do not like the color. I wish I would have colored it another color. But, you know, live and learn, right? So after I colored the mask red, I went inside the mouth and colored the gums pink and stuff, and also like under the eyelid part. And I also went back and colored in the gas part, well, the smoke. And then I started shading the smoke using like a blue, because I overlaid it and I started blending it out so it can look like smoky and have that smoky effect, I guess. I don't know, I was trying. So I just did that throughout the rest of the drawing, like the rest of the gas, like shaded it all. And I actually think I ended up overlaying, like I did a second layer and I think I ended up overlaying like the second shadow, but I don't know, I forgot. Sorry if you hear some paper squishing around in the background. Right now I'm writing something so I don't forget. So this is the part I was talking about. I had did a second layer of shading and I don't know if I overlaid it, but I kind of like this way I had shaded the shadow in the back, because, well, the smoke in the back. I may try this again out on future drawings, but I like the way I did it in this one. I did this layer using the same blue I did before, I think, or dark blue. And I also used this blue to like make the shadows of the smoke more prominent. And I did this all throughout the smoke, and I loved how it turned out. And then after this, I started to shade the horns on each side using like a gray, just like a cool gray. And I followed up like shading the mask, like the actual mask part, the face. And I think I used the purple. I think I did. Yeah, I think I used the purple. And I just went throughout the mask, shading it from the top to the bottom. I made sure to shade all like the crooks and crannies so it can actually create depth in the mask and it all didn't look flat like it was on the same layer, because I did not want that effect. I shaded around the eyes, I shaded under the horns, I shaded like around the nose part so the eyes could look more sunken into like the mask, and it looked like they like kind of popped out more. And then I shaded under the eye, like on the top part, under the eyelid or eyebrow, I think. Yes, the eyebrow. And then went back to the face and shaded it the rest of the way down. I spent a lot of time shading the nose because I had to shade like the inner part that touched like the eye. And then I had shaded underneath it. I spent most of my time shading the nose. And then I had went back and darkened up some of like the areas like underneath the eye again, and then a little bit under the nose, just to darken some stuff up, to add like shadow in the shadow, I think. And I like how I did the shading. And I love shading in digital art. So easy. Takes a long time though. Then I went behind the head and shaded that part. Like pine. I don't know what to call that part. I shaded it though. And then after I got finished shading the face, I had went to the hand and started shading its fingers and like the little wrinkle bits in the middle of the hand, or line bits, like where the bones be poking out at a little bit. And after that, I went to shading the teeth, the same using the same color as I did to shade the horns. And then after this, I think I had went up and darkened like under the eyes a little bit more. Yeah. And finally, I started shading the tongue like with a lighter purple, and then I had one under the to the eyelid part and shaded that. Finally finishing this piece, and I cleared it up, checked everything, and yeah, I was done.